Hey guys, this is Z-11w and Fake Thriller, and welcome to the first episode of our Battlefield 3 vehicle overview. For the first episode, we're going to break down the AH-6J Little Bird and the Z-11w Scout Helicopter. These choppers are most commonly found on Damavand Peak and Noshar Canals.
Alright guys, my preferred loadout for the Scout Helicopters are the laser painter, the infrared flares, and the guided missile. More importantly, you need to play as an engineer, and you need to have at least one engineer flying with you. But more about that in a bit. I want to pass it back to Z-11w. He's going to give you a little bit of background info on the Scout Helicopters.
The AH-6J Little Bird is an attack variant of the MH-6 Little Bird, which was developed for the U.S. military for use in special operations. The Little Bird comes equipped out of the box with two M134 miniguns mounted on the wings. Alternatively, the Z-11w is a Chinese-made scout chopper designed for battlefield surveillance as well as medical evacuation. The Z-11 comes standard with two side-mounted 12.7mm miniguns.
For all intents and purposes, the two choppers play almost identically in the game. Regardless of your setup, you'll always have the machine guns, which I actually found to be the most effective weapon available for the Scout Helicopters. A single pass with the miniguns can destroy a Hummer, an IFV, or even another chopper. I often find myself using nothing but the minigun because it's so effective against pretty much everything. Oftentimes, I'll bring down an enemy chopper before they can even lock on with their heat seekers because the miniguns just deal so much damage. The Scout choppers are ridiculously powerful against infantry. With at least one engineer riding in the back offering repairs, you can easily wreak havoc on the enemy team. Unless three or more of the enemies are working together with stingers, your Scout chopper will pretty much be impossible to take down. That being said, a guided shell CITV tank combo will pull your Scout chopper right out of the sky real quick. Conversely, the pilot and other occupants of the Scout chopper are more susceptible to infantry weapons than you might think. More often than not, Scout choppers and their crew will go down because the pilot or repairman was killed. My favorite method of attack when using the Little Bird or the Z-11 choppers is to fly high and laser paint the target. As I move in, I'll fire my guided missile and then clean them up with the miniguns. And when I deal with infantry, I find short, quick, repeated bursts with the miniguns will clean up enemies very quickly. Overall, I found the biggest threat to the Scout choppers is the pilot. If you're not paying attention, it's very easy to hit one of the indestructible telephone poles in Battlefield 3, and that'll send you into the ground immediately. As for actual enemy threats, I found it most important to take out the enemy chopper first, simply because if you don't take them down, they'll take you down. Also, having a good idea of when the enemy chopper is going to respawn will definitely help you when flying the Scout choppers. After the enemy chopper is down, assuming the enemy isn't using a SOFLAM Javelin combination or a CITV guided missile combination, you should be pretty set to wreak havoc in the enemy spawn. The number one piece of advice I can give while flying the Little Bird choppers is to not overcommit to your target. You have to lean forward and point down to shoot infantry, but that automatically pulls the chopper forward and closer to the earth. It's very easy to lose control of the chopper because you overcommit to a target. So remember, if you really want to rack up the points in the Little Bird, try and convince one of your friends to fly in the back and constantly repair you. All in all, the Scout helicopters are very nimble aircraft. It's a lot of fun to fly and can really change the pace of any battle, but again, the most important thing is to have a squad member that you trust flying with you to make those necessary repairs.
Alright guys, that's going to wrap it up for our first Battlefield 3 vehicle overview. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Go ahead and take these tips that we provided and go tear up the skies, and we'll catch you guys next time.
Hey guys, check us out on Twitter at twitter.com/fakethriller and twitter.com/Z-11w.